For years, people have tried to find a safe alternative for chronic aches and pains, not only physically, but mentally as well. Today, we're going to explore a new safe way to heal. It's called cell regeneration. We stopped by Alcid's nail and hair studio in Burbank, California. Alcid, a local for over 30 years, is well known throughout the area. When Cody approached him about this new technology years ago, Alcid's been going to him ever since, so we wanted to stop by and check it out.
Hello, my name is Cody, and I do a type of therapy called cell regeneration, and I use this box. It's a machine called LifeStream, which puts out over 1,000,000 volts DC current, voltage, energy into the body, and it's very safe and natural, and it helps people get rid of their aches and pains, numbness, emotional issues, whatever they have, anything that's not really disease related, like bacterial and infections.
I am 66 years old, and I was interested in this when Victor came to me and told me about it, because I'm very interested in keeping my health and keeping rejuvenated and full of energy and vitality. So when Victor first presented it to me, I really had no issues at the time, but I was very open to seeing how the cellular regeneration works. So I had the first time I had a treatment, the demonstration. The next morning I noticed that I didn't drink any caffeine, and I told Victor that was one of the things I noticed, that I didn't have an urge for caffeine or diet sodas, which I was sort of addicted to. And I kept doing the treatments knowing that this was part of my mental and spiritual healing of myself, because I'm a spiritual practitioner. But then I was pain-free and have been, and have no problems with my fingers or hands now. Like, nothing is wrong. And then every once in a while, because I do hike and exercise, I would experience back pain. This has significantly helped ease that. Every time that I have a problem in an area, I tell Victor, and he works on that area, and it's gone before I know it.
Now we're at a point that we're going to sit in front of the machine for about 10 minutes to relax, and so I'm going to go ahead and turn on the machine, like so, and as you can see, the client sits directly in front of it, and you can actually touch the machine, and it won't hurt you. Basically, it's for relaxation purposes.
This is the first phase of the cell regeneration process, usually lasts for about 10 minutes, and for the person to get familiar with the machine before we start the second phase.
Okay, so now we're ready for the hands-on treatment, and I'm going to point show you this tile here. This tile is used for to ground the client, so he'll be standing on it, and I'll have rubber shoes on, because the current will travel through me, and then I'll direct it into the client, and the client will ground it. Okay, so we're going to have Alcid come over here for a second. Thank you. And he'll stand on the tile, turn on the machine again, and we'll begin the treatment.
What I'm feeling is a slight tingling sensation. It's not painful at all. I just feel tingling coming through his finger into my hand. And here I can feel the tingling all the way down to my fingertips as he's touching there at that point. And this is, the movement in my fingers is involuntary as he's touching that meridian, that nerve.
Just as you noticed earlier, I was going up his hand and his arm, and I'm up on his shoulder. There's a meridian that goes from his finger up and around his neck and behind his ear. This is all part of the balancing act for his right side.
So as Victor finishes the right side on Alcid's treatment, he's going to do the same procedure on the left side to help with the balancing act.
Okay. We go to the left side. It's the same thing. The other hand. These points are specifically designed to hit the overall meridians throughout the body. There are about 26 of them.
After the balancing act on the other side is complete, he is going to work his way all the way up to his face. We'll start with the facial treatment.
This part is also lymphs. There are some lymph nodes here that collect a lot of, gunk. A lot of stuff comes down and accumulates in the lymphs. So I basically, by doing this, I drain his lymphs. And then I do the facial area. This part is called the third eye, or the pineal gland. And of course we do both sides. And by the way, this is really good to make you look younger. It's like a bonus. Not only your muscles strengthen, your gums and your cheek muscles, you also, it helps the skin look tighter and younger.
After the balancing act is complete, we move on to phase 3, where Victor focuses on the problem area, tries to regenerate the cells, and relieve the client of any chronic pain and pressure that the person is experiencing with that area.
Now that you're in balance, Alcid, and you had your back down, how do you feel?
I feel great, and I do this every 3 weeks now, I think. So I look forward to having my treatment every 3 weeks, because I do really feel much more invigorated, and that it really is rejuvenating my cells.
Yeah. Okay, well, Alcid he's doing that for once every 3 weeks because he's doing maintenance. But most of my clients do it once a week, and whether it's the lower back or the knees or the ankles, doesn't matter where it is. It takes about 15-20 minutes for the most part to get rid of aches and pains, but basically it doesn't take that long to get well and feel like $1 million bucks.
So I'm very sold on it, and know that whatever issues you might have, that it will probably be very beneficial.